Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're at Zandvoort in the McLaren 720S, starting from P9, GT3 cars. Should be a good race, hoping for a podium. We'll do our best, of course. Alright, just trying to warm off our brakes, which then in turn warms off our front tyres as well. Trying to get a bit of heat into the rear tyres as well. Make sure our first lap isn't understeer into oversteer. A bit like the last video. Alright, lining up for the start. Get ready. Green flag, green flag, green, green, green. We get a pretty decent start. We pull alongside the... We're about to pull alongside the Ferrari, or alongside the Bentley in a minute. We go 3 wide into turn 1. Mega. We get pushed onto the apex there a bit, but we're alright in the end. We managed to get past both the Ferrari and the Bentley. 2 ahead of us going side by side, the McLaren and Porsche. So we're just going to try and stick behind, see if we can sneak down the inside of the McLaren, follow the Porsche through. Not going to work out because we don't get the exit that we want, but just try and stick with them. McLaren tries to have a little look going into this corner, doesn't manage it. A little bit too much curve on the inside. We've dropped the group behind us, but we're losing contact to the group in front of this Porsche. McLaren looks for another move, still can't get it done. Again trying to stick behind, have a little look going into there, tries to make a mistake, doesn't end up working. Lose a little bit of time off it because we've run a bit wide. Bit unstable through there, which is alright, still keep the ground with the McLaren. Try and tuck into the toe, see if we can get a move into here, but we might be too far back. Getting quite a lot of time braking though. Get right up to the back of him off the exit of this corner. Now my main focus here is to try and look for a good exit off this final corner, so we can get a move onto the final straight. So, do we get it? Take a slightly closer line than McLaren. It ends up just staying as it is. Still right on the back of him though, so we might get a move. Gaining quite a bit in the slipstream there. We pull out for a move, and we end up going for it almost... Oh, that's so close. We're almost running into the back of the Porsche there. McLaren's looking for a move, re-overtake, it doesn't happen. Alright, so now I'm not thinking about... Oh, go on the grass a bit, that was bad. Which invites the McLaren back in. Stay side by side going through that corner. Keep it though. So now I'm not really thinking about overtaking the Porsche, I'm just thinking about trying to stay with the group ahead of the Porsche. Because that's the lead group up there. So we're going to try and work with the Porsche to get further up the grid. Just trying to close the gap now, doing as best we can. Take a bit too much curb, which unsettles the car. Pretty big mistake, it loses us a lot of time. McLaren tries to stick his nose in, doesn't work though. Would have spun us around if he did. Again, really unstable through this corner, a lot of oversteer. Exit's alright though, managed to pull a bit of time to the McLaren. Still out of slipstream of the Porsche though. Clean through there. Little snap on the exit of that first part of the chicane. Yeah, we gained quite a lot of time on the Porsche here. The Porsche is really unstable. Just have so much grip through there. Gains us about 5/10 just on that corner alone. Pulling up to the back, we have slipstream now, but we still have quite a bit of dirty air, so we're looking to get a bit closer. And the Porsche is starting to bridge the gap a bit to the McLaren ahead of him, which is good. And the Ferrari is there fighting a bit as well. Still closing up to the Porsche. Take a slightly wider line to get a better exit off it. Does us dreams. Still only 7/10 though, so quite a bit of dirty air and less grip than we would have if we were closer. Again, we're going to take a slightly wider line going into here, see if we can get a better exit off it into this next complicated section of corners. Braking just after the curve. Nice apex there. We go into this corner a little bit too far to the right, but we still managed to hit the apex perfectly. Another snap of oversteer in the exit. And again going into this corner. Always had oversteer going through that corner. So frustrating because I have no clue what to do with the setup to make it better. I thought my setup for this track was okay, but I couldn't connect a lap properly. I lost a bit of time going through there because we clattered 2 curves in a row. Just literally climb Mount Everest. Alright, again we get a touch the curb on the inside, which makes the car unstable. We managed to keep it together. We're slightly slower than Porsche at the minute, but as the tyres start to warm up a bit more, this McLaren should come into its element. Bentley's still sticking with us behind. Bentley overtook the McLaren that we overtook. Again, closing off into here, taking a wider line to get a better exit. The Porsche touches the curb a bit there, which isn't ideal for him. Really fun track. I haven't driven around Zandvoort much, as you can probably tell, but it's a fun track and I'd love to get better at it. Slightly missed the apex there, gain it on the exit though. Touch the grass a bit, which makes it a bit unstable going in. We still managed to gain time through there, just always gaining on this Porsche. I thought that towards the start of the race, when the tyres were cold, the Porsche was a lot better than the McLaren. But as the race started to draw on and tyres started to get up to temperature, we would eventually catch the Porsche, bit by bit. So at the minute on this lap we're 1.5 seconds up on our previous PB, which wasn't very good. Porsche is squirming on the exit here, managed to gain quite a lot of time to him. Just going to stay with him to try and get to the McLaren. And again, he's just squirming on the exit so much, he's getting loads of oversteer, which lets us get a really good run on main straight. Actually, we might even have a look. We do. Side by side going into turn 1. He's still there. We managed to get fully ahead going into the corner, which is exactly what we wanted, so we didn't lose any time overtaking him. We did it all on the straight. Our goal is to try and catch the McLaren and Ferrari to try and get podium. Go a little bit wide, which again is okay because it's a slightly banked corner, which means we can get a better exit off it. We're 1.1 seconds off the McLaren, which is... it's not undoable with 2.5 minutes left. It's certainly going to be tricky because it's the same car. Not many places where we can gain on him. This McLaren was really quick driver. So all right turn, better than we've done in the mid corner, but on the apex we just, no, on the exit we just completely lose it again. Don't quite bin it, but keep it on just about. If we get a good exit off here, we might gain a bit of time, which we don't. McLaren actually ends gaining some time on us. Missed the apex there, it's not ideal. The group behind us is having a really good battle. They're all within 7 tenths of each other, 8 tenths. Alright, a small cut further down the straight, we end up losing a bit of time on that straight actually, because we get a pretty bad run off it. First turn's okay, do quite well there. But again, we just can't do enough to catch the McLaren in front of us. Alright, trying to get a good exit off this corner again. Get a bit of oversteer. It's not very good for us. It's just always losing time. I knew where I was making mistakes, but it was just the underlying pace wasn't there for us this race. 1.6 seconds and 50 seconds we're not gaining, we're losing right about. Alright, skipping on slightly further once more. Yeah, main aim is just going to be to try and keep this Bentley behind us, as he has a lot of pace. And when I was doing practice around this track, you'll notice the Bentley was really quite quick. A lot quicker than the McLaren, because he can just take all the curbs. McLaren isn't suited to that. Gain a bit of time on that exit, about 5 tenths. But again, we're not going to be able to catch this McLaren. Not with the Bentley behind us. Yeah, McLaren had good downforce through the final turn, which always gave us a little bit of breathing room coming off the final corner, which is good, but it's not really what we're looking for. We're looking for the podium, just didn't have the pace. Only 4 tenths behind, 1 lap left. Can we hold him back? That is the true question. It doesn't look likely as we've taken way too much grass. He ends up pulling alongside us, so close to hitting the back of us there, he might have tapped us. So far this rift is alright, again 4 positions, hasn't been too much chaos, not too many crashes, a little bit of contact at the start, but so far it's been clean. Actually we might even run out of fuel here, we've only got 1 lap left. Again the Bentley's 3 tenths behind, try and have a look into these corners. Bentley always had the stability through here, which the McLaren didn't have. Especially into this corner, it's just so stable. We kept oversteering mid-corner. Yeah. This is the only real overtaking opportunity left. So close, but you just can't find the space. Running a little bit wide into there. Let's have a little look, but that should be race over. That is it. P9 to P4 in 10 minutes around Zandvoort. Good race. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe. Will be more Zandvoort videos coming. Probably start a track guide series. Yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.